Hey everyone, it's me Jasmine again and welcome to the best day of my life. I have not done a storytime video in a really long time, but this experience happened recently and I just felt like I had to share it. And I love doing storytime videos because they're just so much fun. Before we get into it, please do not forget to sign up to my free email newsletter if you would like to know what I'm doing outside of making videos. I update you guys when anything big happens or just like when I want to tell you guys my inner thoughts. So if you're interested in joining the Enlightize mailing letter, please sign up. There's a link in the description box below. But anyway, let's get into the storytime video. So have any of you guys heard of happy science? I know you can't really answer, but like, please let me know in the comment section below. Have you heard of happy science before I made this video? Because I knew nothing about happy science and boy oh boy was I surprised. A few weeks ago I was in the kitchen of this building, yes I was cooking, and one of my neighbors popped in and she was like rushing and she was doing her laundry. There's laundry machines in our kitchen, but she was like getting her laundry and everything, cleaning up, and I'm just like hey what's up, where are you going, what's happening? And she told me she meditates, and I think you guys already know I meditate every day. I also like to try different types of meditation. I've tried mindfulness meditation, Sahaja yoga meditation, ayahuasca meditation. Yeah, 2 times in Peru. Also prayer, like Christian prayer. I grew up with that one. She asked me what type of meditation I did, and I told her like the last style of meditation that I tried was Zen meditation, the Buddhist one. She got so excited and I was excited because like I don't really talk about meditation. It's just like something that I do. I don't really care if other people do it or not. And she's just like, wow, so the type of meditation that she does, that she said she does, was like a type of Buddhist. And she was like rushing, and then she said like, yeah, because God likes us to do blah 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 blah, and I didn't really quite catch it, and then she just like left. As far as I know, Buddhism doesn't have a God, right? Before she left the kitchen, she did invite me to go to her meditation event. Again, like I was super pumped because I'm just like, yeah, I like to meditate in with a group of people, because when you meditate with a group of people, it's just like so much easier and you reach like that Zen area, that like the good happy feeling area, peace, whatever area, like quicker. So like of course I wanted to meditate in a group. So yeah, I was like really happy that she invited me. Finally, it's time for me to go to her meditation event. She messaged me and she told me to meet her in Ginza at the, I have my notes over here by the way, at the Ginza Book Cafe in Ginza. I didn't really know what the Ginza Book Cafe was, but when I googled it, I again like just like, wow, this bookstore is really cool, because I've walked by that bookstore a few times and at night it's just like beautifully lit up and it just looks really cool and really nice. I met her outside of the bookstore and she was with 2 friends. So I'm all ready to go inside the awesome bookstore, and we go to the door right next to the bookstore and we go down this like tiny hallway, we make a left, and then we enter the elevator. And I'm trying to be as descriptive as possible. So we get into the elevator. I think we got off at the 3rd floor. The elevator doors open, and then right across from the elevator doors there were 2 big doors. I think they were closed at the time. Yeah, but on the side of the door, one of the doors was a table and a sign-in sheet. I was the first person that signed my name in. I stood up and then I turned towards, so my neighbor said like, oh, you can go inside. And then I go, and on the doors, on one of the doors, I noticed that it said happy science. I don't know why, my first thought was just like, oh, some kid must have had like some sticker and posted it there. When I looked at it closer, I'm just like, oh no, this is professionally done. It says happy science. And I was trying to figure out like, what is happy science? But before I can consider it like even deeper, I entered the room and there was another lady there, a Japanese lady, and she started talking to me. So I completely lost all thought of what had just happened, seeing happy science, and I'm just talking to this girl. The room was like a typical church setup, very typical. So the walls were white, and there were fold-up chairs, there were aisles, well, one main aisle, and then there were rows of chairs. There were maybe like only like 5 or 6 rows of chairs, and then in the front of the room there were the big windows covered by white curtains, and then in the very center there was an altar with a gold statue. I'm looking at the statue and I'm just like, Jesus! But then I look closer and I'm just like, wait a minute, that's not the Jesus I know. Maybe it's Buddha. Beforehand we were talking about Buddhist meditation, so maybe that's Buddha, but like, He was too skinny. That was like no Buddha that I had ever seen. Again, before I could really like take in what I was seeing, like I started talking to the Japanese lady, and then I decided to sit down. On the chair there were 3 papers, so I took the papers, and this is about the time that I noticed all of the people who were like regular guests there, including my neighbor, they're all wearing this gold chain necklace. The necklace had like the initials like O and R. I don't know what was going on in my mind at this time. I think it's because I didn't eat beforehand. My exact thoughts were just like, or what? Like, what are you gonna do? What is or? I did not have enough time to really take in the little things that were just like sticking out to me. I didn't have time. I finished looking over the blue paper about like how to meditate and the importance of meditation, especially this type of meditation that we were going to do. It was pretty much everything that I had already read before, everything that I already knew, but it was a good refresher, so I really liked that. So I just looked over that briefly, and then I moved on to the white papers, and I forgot what one of the papers said, but the one that caught my attention was the paper that said Protection Prayer to El Cantare. No joke, when I saw this, I laughed. It's just a little bit, but I laughed out loud. I don't know if it's because I didn't eat breakfast that day, but my mind was just like nothing was making sense. Imagine thinking that you were going to a meditation event, you know, like a Buddhist meditation event, you know, Buddha, right? The big belly Buddha. No God in Buddhism, by the way. You go into a room that looks like a church. There's a golden statue at an altar that's not Jesus, it's not Buddha, and you receive a paper that says Protection Prayer to El Cantare. Which is hilarious, by the way, if you speak Spanish, because depending on the context, El Cantare can mean either the singer or he will sing. I'm in Japan, by the way, a country in Asia, which is pretty far from a Latin-speaking country. I was so confused, but I was still open to it. I was still completely open. I have witnessed so many things in my life that I was still open to it. There were no red flags at all. The room felt like really nice and positive energy. The people so far were nice. I just had no idea what was going on. Nothing was making sense. Nothing was connecting for me. All I know is just like Buddhism, a gold statue that's not Jesus, not Buddhism. Why are people wearing or necklaces? I just didn't get it. I looked at the blue paper again, and then I saw like happy science again, and I'm just like, okay, there's a connection right there. On the door it said happy science, on the paper it says happy science. Something around here means happy science. I don't know what is happy science. Like, that's like the only connection I have to go off of. Finally, the other Japanese lady walked up to the podium, and then she then started to explain to us that happy science was created by Ryuho Okawa in 1986. Ryuho Okawa is the creator. He's the CEO, by the way. I learned that from Google. Ryuho Okawa is also the reincarnation of Jesus, Buddha, and a few other people. She then proceeded just hold on. She then proceeded to explain to us that before we could start the guided meditation, we would have to say the protection prayer to El Cantare, because like when we're meditating, she said that ourselves up and we don't want evil spirits to enter, like demons to enter, so we need to pray for protection. Say what now? This was when my first red flag went up. I told you guys before that I grew up as a Christian. I'm familiar with like devils and demons and evil spirits and stuff like that. But over time, I did enough research and studying by myself and like trying to figure out what makes sense to me. I had not thought about devils or demons or evil spirits all the way up until this point. So when she brought that up, I was just like, what? Why do you want to say that? Why do you want to talk about devils and demons and stuff like that? I don't want to do this anymore. I have to pray to El Cantare to protect me? I don't even know who El Cantare is. Growing up, reading the Bible, studying different languages, philosophies, I have come to like change my beliefs to what works for me and what has been proven to work for me. What works for me is like attracts like, you know, like you can call it the law of attraction, but like I have physical proof in my life that this works. So I have not thought about devils or demons for a really long time. And so like I'm all in this Zen mood because like the atmosphere was feeling good. But like when she said we have to pray to El Cantare to protect us from like evil spirits, so evil spirits don't enter us. And I'm thinking like attracts like. I'm just like, what? Why? I don't know about this anymore. This was when my first red flag went up. So we began to say the prayer to El Cantare, but in my mind, I just like transcended that and I was thinking, I wasn't really praying to El Cantare. I was more so like, well, maybe it is I don't know. Like, I still don't really fully understand. Right after she said that is when we started to say the prayer. And in my head, I'm just thinking just like, universe, like, I don't know who this El Cantare is. Maybe it's like the same person. Maybe it's the same entity, whatever. I don't think any god or like the universe cares what you call it. I don't think it abides itself by human beliefs. While we're saying the prayer to El Cantare, I was just like thinking to the universe, like, I am protected. I am light. I am protected. I am fine. While I'm thinking like this, my mouth is just moving and reciting the same words as like the prayer. The meditation part was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. No sarcasm whatsoever. It was nice. It was a guided meditation. So I became the wind. I became the moon. Like, I'm serious, guys. Like, I had a really good time. The meditation was good. And I think this is why, like, there was such positive energy in the room. It just felt really nice. After the guided meditation, the lady then showed us 3 videos about happy science. I found one of the videos, which I will provide in the description box below. So what I learned from the videos is that happy science stems down to like a 4-fold path. The first of the paths is love that seeks to give and doesn't look for love in return. So you're giving love, giving love, giving love. So the next one is wisdom, and then there's self-reflection and progress. So if you are practicing these 4 paths, then it will lead you to happiness. In one of the videos, it also explained that there are 9 different spiritual dimensions that mostly comprise of heaven, but there's also hell, and it also talks about reincarnation and why we are reincarnated. I learned that happy science also has many movies, anime, they have a university, and they also have a political party. That was really surprising though. Of course there were things that I disagreed with, like things like in the videos that said like they have the truth. Like, I don't trust anyone, any religion, anything that says that they have the truth, but they kind of stress that a whole lot, that like happy science is the truth, like we have the truth. I didn't really quite like that. It seemed like propaganda. Perception is pivotal in everything that we do, think, believe. So anything, any source that claims to have a cookie cutter truth for everyone, I think it's a farce. I don't believe it. But like with the 4-fold paths, like I could get behind that. I liked that. After I left the event, I was feeling like really high energy. Overall, I had a good time. The people were nice. They gave me snacks afterwards. In the like church area, it was just like, it felt really good, really light, and they gave me snacks. It wasn't until a little time had passed that I was just like walking. The thought just like popped into my head. Was that a cult? I feel like when people say certain words, they think the meaning is very black and white. So before, when I heard the word cult, I always thought of a group of people wearing black hooded robes, praying with torches, and they were cannibalists. I guess I was more impressionable than I thought when I was watching The Simpsons at age 7. So since I wasn't quite sure, because like they didn't have any black robes, they didn't eat meat, they didn't have any torches, I decided to Google it. So what is a cult? According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it says, 1. A cult is a religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious. It doesn't really seem unorthodox. If anything, it seems kind of like new age religion. So I guess it doesn't really fit that one. 2. A cult is great devotion to a person, idea, object, movement, or work. Such as a film or book. I guess this fits. They seemed pretty devoted to El Cantare. I guess like this is the same with any religion. I guess any religion is a cult, right? 3, a system of religious beliefs and rituals. Yeah, so it's a cult. It's a cult. Now, when I got home, I decided to do more research on what exactly happy science was. I also found a video from Happy Science International called Believe in El Cantare in the New Space Age. I'm just gonna like play a little bit for you guys.
Also, one of the reasons why there are many wars on Earth and why racial conflicts see no end is because reptilians, or reptile-like space people, which are ferocious races, have been introduced to Earth and make up about 30% of the whole mix. This was for the evolution of Earth because evolution cannot be achieved without competition or working to fight for life.
I'll leave that for your interpretation. So what do I think of the Happy Science meeting that I went to? Overall, I had a really good time. It was so much fun. I loved the positive energy there. It was great. I was on my toes the entire time. I had no idea what was going to come next. In the most literal sense, Happy Science, I think it worked for me. Like I was already happy, but like it just made me, it elevated my mood. So I had an amazing time. Now, what do I think about Happy Science? What I was told when I was there seemed to be catered directly for me. What I was told at the meeting by the people there seemed to kind of contradict what was shown in the videos that we had seen that day, and it also seemed to contradict what I have found online directly from the Happy Science websites and the material. I think many religions, cults, and groups tend to prey on weak-minded people, and I'm not saying that all people who join religions or cults, whatever, are weak-minded people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when we feel disconnected, when we don't feel like we're connected to society or connected to people around us, is when we're more susceptible to join or believe certain things. And I think that's why when people are telling their testimonies for Islam, for Christianity, for Happy Science, it's like so heart-wrenching and you want to cry and you feel bad. Like, have you ever heard someone's testimony was just like, I was great, I was making so much money, I was the bomb, I was doing amazing, I was so happy, and then I found Jesus. And then I was happier. I have never heard that story. Like, maybe that story's out there. If you guys know of it, please let me know. Please send a link. But I have never heard anyone's testimony saying that they were happy, they were content, and they found this religion, they found this belief, and everything made sense. Next question, am I against Happy Science? Well, I had a great time there. I really had an amazing time. And I think some of the outlandishness, I think it kind of played a role in me just having an amazing time. But when I looked online, things got a little bit darker. Apparently, Happy Science, through its political party, hopes to militarize Japan to protect it from Japan and North Korea. According to David McNeil from the Japan Times, Ryuho Okawa, channeling Muhammad, Christ, Buddha, Confucius, and Mozart, has said that Japan is the world's greatest superpower and it should get rid of its constitution, rearm, and lead the world. So maybe I'm thinking a little bit too simplistically, but I feel that love that gives doesn't include bullets. I feel like I have found so many contradictions from what people have told me, from what I have seen in the meeting that I went to. I still don't know what to call it, like meditation event? Maybe that's it. Now, would I recommend checking out Happy Science? I really think that if you are content in your life, like everything is going great, like you're happy, you know how to create your own happiness, and you just want to explore and just like find something new, then yeah, I would recommend checking out Happy Science. If you feel like you need something, like you're missing something in life, if you feel like you're just in lack or in need of something, I would not recommend going to Happy Science or any religion for that matter, because I feel like it's not just with Happy Science. I think it's really easy for you to just be sucked in by like what I saw too, like the beautifulness, the positivity and everything, and then just like one thing leads to another and you start to believe everything and you stop thinking for yourself. So I wouldn't really recommend it if you feel like you need something in life or you're missing out on something in life. Please let me know again in the comment section below if you have ever heard of Happy Science. I know that they have different churches or temples. There's so many question marks with this religion. Please let me know what is your experience and what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and also please sign up to my free email newsletter to get updates on what's happening in Enlightize. And yeah, just check out the description box to know how you can get discounts and just like support your favorite Enlightize person. See you guys next time. Bye. Oh, by the way, those ore necklaces are the initials of the CEO, and yes, they call him the CEO of Happy Science, Okawa Ryuho. Now you know.